The topic we are discussing is on fire hydrants. We know in order to take care of any fire hazards, we will be providing the fire hydrants as a backup water in between in order to take care of that kind of the hazards. So these are must to be kept out in every places in order to take care of the accidents. It is not always possible that the fire van or the fire vehicle will come and exhaust the complete fire that has take place. So in order to take care of this, fire hydrants are provided in between certain distances in order to take care of that particular spot or a area. So let us check what are the things related with the fire hydrants and its types. Typically, a fire hydrant is an outlet provided in a water distribution main or a sub-main, that is, pipe of at least 15 centimeter dia for tapping water mainly during the fires. They may sometimes, however, be used for withdrawing water for filling the municipal water tankers. So these will be kept as a backup. Most of the cases, purpose of this is to take care of any fire accidents only. Sometimes in case of the droughts, they can also be used to fill up the municipal water tankers. And during a fire breakout, a nearby hydrant is connected to the fire hose or a fire pipe, we call it as a fire hose, and the water obtained from the hydrant is used for extinguishing the fire. This is the intention why we are providing the fire hydrants. The fire engine will draw water from the hydrant, boost its pressure within the engine, and the high pressure water will come out from the outlet of the engine. So the fire engine, whenever it comes out, the vehicle will come without the water. So nearby fire hydrant, it will check up and it will connect the pipes into that hydrant, and they try to boost the pressure so that it can reach to the greater heights, and this high pressure water will come out from the outlet of the engine to which the hose pipe will be connected. The other end of the hose pipe will finally carry the water to the building at the pressure at least 32 meter of the water head and through a smooth nozzle generally 28 mm in diameter. See, these pipelines will be having a nozzle kind of a structure. So if this is the pipeline to this, if this is present like this only, there is no pressure that is developed. In order to make it, we will be providing a structure called nozzle. We will be reducing the area of the opening so that the velocity and the pressure what we are getting should be of the required value. So in order to achieve that, nozzles are provided, and also the fire engine helps to bring out the required pressure in the water. Next, let us check. The available water pressure at the fire hydrants should be as follows. First, in case 7 to 14 meter head of the water, when water has to be pumped with motor pumps, this much of head is available, should be available whenever we are using the motor pumps. And in the second case, 35 to 50 meter head of the water should be available when the direct flow from the hydrant is to be used. That much of pressure should be available in order to be, it can rise up to 35 to 50 meter head of the water. We can get it. Next, let us check the requirements of a good hydrant. So, this is the requirement or the characters that is needed for any hydrant which is called to be a good hydrant. First point, it should be such that connection or connecting it to the hose or to the motor pump is easily handled during the fire accidents. So it should be of handling easy in nature. So easy connections should be available. It should not be difficult to connect the pipes or the hoses into the fire hydrants. Next, it should be cheap. Third, it should be easily detectable during the panic atmosphere of the fire. So due to this, the visibility of that should be made easy in order to identify it during the accidents. Next point we are considering is it should not get out of order during the operation. Means it should be under the maintenance so that it will not come to the repair or get out of the order during the operation. And on being fully opened, it should allow undisturbed water flow. The flow of the water what we are getting from the fire hydrant should be continuous in nature. After this, let us check what are the different types of the fire hydrants. Two types of the fire hydrants are mostly used. One is a post fire hydrant, second one is a flush fire hydrant. The difference between these two types of the hydrants is, whereas in the post hydrant it remains standing above the ground like a post by about 0.9 to 1.2 meter. Because of this is easily visible. The flush hydrant is installed underground in a brick or cast iron chamber with its top cover slightly above the street level, because of slightly visible to the above the street level. So these are the two types of the fire hydrants that will be used. This is a structure showing the post fire hydrants. We can see in the figure it is remaining at around 0.9 to 1.2 meter above the ground level. So let us check what are its parts. This is a water main or a water pipeline in which water flow is taking place. This is a valve seat, this is a leather valve, and this is a nut or threaded handle. When a thread is handled, so it should be capable of opening the valve. This is operating valve, stem valve or a drain valve. This is the ground level. These are the two nozzles to which a pipe can be connected during the fire hazards. Pipes can be connected and valves can be opened so that water will be suddenly released into the operation. So it generally consists of a barrel of cast iron which is connected to the water main passing the street. There is a valve stem having a good leather valve at its lower end, and the valve stem at the top is connected to a nut or a handle to regulate the flow. In a closed position, the leather valve rests against the valve seat. For opening the hydrant, the nut or the handle is operated or rotated so as to raise the leather valve up, thereby admitting water into the hydrant barrel. And these may be provided with 1, 2, 3 or 4 outlet openings, depending on which they may be classified as one-way, two-way, three-way or four-way hydrants. This is for the fire hydrant, that is a post fire hydrant. In case of the flush fire hydrants, there is generally only one outlet opening on the side of the moving stem. In case of the flush fire hydrant, the figure is showing us the typical section of a flush fire hydrant. This is also in turn connected to the water main, and here again it is a valve seat is provided. This is a leather valve and this is a stem, hand operated. This is a cast iron cover at the top. Once we open the top cover, that is cast iron cover, we can operate this stem or a handle and we can release the valve in order to release the water. So this is completely masonry wall and this complete chamber is provided. This is a concrete rooftop cast iron cover. See, we can see here this structure is somewhat above the ground little bit so that visibility is possible of the hydrant. And this is the outlet here. Only one outlet is there. When valve is opened, water comes out in this outlet and to this pipelines has to be connected from where water gets released. And there is only one outlet opening on the side of the moving stem. The same opening may be directly connected to the hose pipe when no lift is required and may be connected to the fire engine in case of the fire accidents. This is for the flush fire hydrant.